season, and I got the laugh of a lifetime. I just found out, I can't even say it. The South Carolina Gamecocks, what, they win 2 games, lost like 8? Going to a bowl. By a bunch of people with dementia? The president of the bowl is an old man named Alfred who talks to his hat that says Vietnam across the top because he thinks it's his deceased wife, Edna. I swear this is rich. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there. It doesn't matter if, okay. It makes it even better. I pull for these guys, and that we're rivals, but what ring of hell have we entered where a team that's, what, 2-8, something like that, is going to a bowl game? I mean, I love college football. I watch these weird, matchups. Exactly, Chase Henderson. The Gasparilla Bowl is exactly what I thought it said, but it's the Gasparilla. And they're playing University of Alabama, Birmingham. I think they actually played 9 games, won 6 of them. Now, I know there's some of you starting to chant SEC and so on, but I won't go through South Carolina's schedule right now. What y'all don't want me to do. All right? Y'all give me a second. Pulling this sucker up. All right? You lost to Tennessee. Have y'all seen Tennessee play football? Awful. You lost to Florida. Now, that was probably one of your better games of the season. You actually, had y'all boys learned how to catch a football, could have beat Florida, which will tell you a lot about Florida. Anyway, I could go on and on about that. You beat Vanderbilt. They have women playing for them. Then you beat Auburn. Okay, at that point, you step back and you go, all right. And I know I'm trying to be unbiased here, which is totally fine. But, all right. Auburn fields a decent team most of the time. And we'll beat some people they shouldn't beat. But then the next week, you play LSU, a team who has fell apart, and I've loved every minute of it. Pause here. Here's a football moment for all of y'all. You can't lose the majority of your talent, including your coaching staff, and think you're even going to be okay. But remember, they were going to be like number 6 in the country. Right. I mean, yeah. Only people who huffs paint thought that was going to happen. LSU beat them by 4 touchdowns, 52-24. Then they played Texas A&M. A&M beat them even worse, 45-point win. Played against Ole Miss. Ole Miss beat them 59-42. I watched that game. South Carolina, as much as it makes me want to puke a little, actually played a good game. And then South Carolina, in their great geniusness, this is the reason South Carolina football sucks, because you don't have anybody in the athletic department who knows what the crap they're doing. Y'all fired them after losing 59-42 against Lane Kiffin. And you just made another bad hire which I could care less if you soak Williams-Brice in lighter fluid and, you know, just wait till somebody throws an unwanted cigarette butt out the window and it just goes, I could care less. But I'm just talking about football, you know, up here. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you right now, you're making horrible hires. You're making horrible hires. Ray Tanner, he seems like a nice guy. This is nothing personal. We know he can coach baseball. He should have stuck to coaching baseball. As an AD, he has been a disaster. Which for us, we've enjoyed every minute of it. Let's see. Missouri beat you. They suck. Then Georgia, they hammered you. You played Kentucky. They hammered you. And now we're in a bowl game. If there's any of you South Carolina fans out there right now, and you don't understand why we enjoy picking on you, this is it. This is it. This is it. The highlight of y'all's history was when Spurrier was there, and even he quit. He quit. And Tiger Nation, I agree with you. Crapalina and my turd belong in the same bowl. And they happen to be going to. This is... I'm serious. Let me tell you what happened tonight. Let me tell you how I found this out. I got on my phone. And I was scrolling through it. And out of nowhere, it said, South Carolina accepts bowl game. And I went, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, back that thing up. Pretty fine mama if you back that thing. Never mind. Back that thing up. And I thought this is a joke. This is one of those memes, one of those satire sites or something. They pull something out of their crack. No. Let me tell you this. 2020 has been wild. Okay, it's been crazy. I've known people who've lived many, many more years than me, and they've said they've never seen anything like 2020. You know, you're going to have to find somebody who was alive and well and very memorable. During the times like World War II, World War I, you know, stuff like that. You know, even Vietnam. To see a more crazy time. But after that, 2020 has taken the cake of stupidity. To me, this caps off 2020 for me. That a team that is, what, 2-8, is in a bowl game. They're in a... Once again, I watch these obscure college football games, you know, between, you know, Buffalo and Toledo Tech. I watch it. I love college football. But this, forget that it's South Carolina. A 2-8 football team in a bowl game. Now, I'm old enough to remember when bowl games, I mean, I'm 38. And I remember when it was a big deal to still get invited to a bowl. I remember when Clemson was left out of bowls when we thought maybe we would get into one. This is embarrassing. If I'm the Gamecocks, I turn this bowl down. I turn it down. Well, what about the players that wants to play the game? Do you really want to go out, win the game, and cap off a 3-8 season? That's with a bowl win. No. Lord, I'm telling you, there are just some idiots running this world. I mean, it's just people who sits on their heads and they talk out their butt. I just can't take it anymore, y'all. I cannot take it anymore. And then that it's South Carolina, it's even better. I'm going to tell you right now, first of all, I don't feel sorry for Shane Beamer. They're paying him a lot of money. He's making more money. Let me give you an analysis. I do this every now and again to give y'all a little reality check. Imagine you make $100,000 a year. All right? You work for 30 years. Anybody, listen to me. Anybody want to take a guess how much you make? $3 million. 30 years. And that's if you're making $100,000 a year. Now, remind me, isn't Shane Beamer making like $2.75 million? Isn't that his contract? Something along those lines? I think it is. I could be wrong. Let me tell you this. The next time you feel sorry for some of these guys who get fired, you need to remember that. Know that Muschamp is somewhere tonight will be paid out between Florida and South Carolina $21 million for not being a good head coach. Tomorrow morning when you clock in, or tonight if you're going into third, know that when you click into your job. Know that. Know that and listen, I don't have a problem with people making a lot of money. I'm not a jealous type. I ain't a socialist. I ain't a communist. You know, we need to take from this. It's called theft. You don't take from other people to pay other people. I'm sorry. And if that ticks off some of you, go away. We have enough people like that. Look at Portland. Portland's a beautiful place, isn't it? But my point about all of this is that what I'm really irritated with, there are these people who have tons of education behind them, and they're in these athletic departments. Dr. So-and-so, and so-and-so, PhD, CPA, ASS, SOB. And if they were to meet the common man like you and me, guess what happened? Guess what? Guess what? They'd look down and slap their nose at us. They don't know. I won't listen to that redneck with Bud Light on his hat. I'm really excited to hire Will Muschamp, who failed at Florida. One of the easiest schools to recruit at. But you know what? He's going to come to Columbia, South Carolina. The absolute anus of South Carolina. The state. And he's going to win here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, that's a dummy. You can degree it up behind your head. You can have so many degrees it starts to spin my head and look like poor wallpaper with calligraphy all over it. But I'm telling you right now, you're an idiot. You don't know what you are doing. I ain't got a problem with education. You get your education, go do whatever you're going to. But, you know, I mean, you might as well go and get a degree in women's menstrual studies and brag about that and say, hey, I need to be picking who's the football coach. You don't know what you're doing. When I hire a mechanic, I want a mechanic. I don't care if his name's Billy Bob and ain't got a tooth in his head. If that man knows what he's doing, work on my car for the love of the Lord. Work on it. I don't care. One of the best roofers I ever knew in Oconee County, right outside of Clemson, South Carolina. I'm not making this up. This is true. The guy, he and his crew would carry the shingles up. I was on job site. This is true. Okay, listen to me. Carried the shingles up onto a 3-story house. Think about 3 stories. So if they fall, they're definitely dead. Went up there, lit a joint. They got high before they laid the shingles. And you know what the truth is? Listen to me. Listen to me. They do the best work around. Those boys probably could not spell the word cat. But they know what they're doing. My point is here, whatever you have, listen to me, whatever job you have, are you good at it? Are you doing what you're good at? If you're good at building a house, build it. If you're good at driving a forklift, Lord, go out there and drive that thing. I've had a lot of fun driving a forklift. If you're a doctor, be a good doctor. But I'm going to tell you right now, these people who is throwing millions of dollars around to people who should not be hired, but they would laugh at us for our suggestions, They're dummies. And the Muschamp hire proved it. Shane Beamer is not a bad coach. He is not the man for an SEC job. Even, I love taking shots at South Carolina. Y'all know it. Y'all, oh, Lord. I actually wrote a whole album full of taking shots at them. But my point is, I'm being fair here. I don't like to do that all the time, especially with South Carolina. But the point is, people will say, well, you know, they've got a hard job. Well, they're pretty doggone arrogant about it. About, you know, they're Dr. So-and-so, and they're so-and-so PhD, and you should listen to me, and I'm on the board. I'm a trustee. Then you're an idiot if you made the hires that you've made at South Carolina. Shane Beamer was not the hire. You should have went after the guy at Coastal Carolina. You know why? He actually was the head coach of a football team. I mean, I'm just telling you. I am just telling you. Right now, you should have went down to Conway, South Carolina. Everybody say Myrtle Beach, but anybody who really knows South Carolina knows that Coastal Carolina is at Conway. And it's a party school. You should have backed up a Brinks truck and said, Coach, go in there and get out whatever you want and tell your wife and kids stuff her pocket full. This is what we'll do. Yeah, we'll take care of you. And you know what happened? They didn't. And you know why? Because South Carolina obviously don't know what they're doing. And you know what? That's the reason why we have so much fun. The boys in orange and white with the paw slapped on the side of our head. We enjoy making fun of you at no end because even when we try to give you credit, we really can't do that. At least you have the women's basketball team. Well, I'm Bobby Dirkens. If you're new here, make yourself welcome. I mean, not like too comfortable. Like, I'm not going to give you money and stuff. But I see a bunch of you in here. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification. It's dangling over here unless they change it on me. I'm Bobby. You keep showing up. I'll keep showing out. Bobby Dirkens.